Would you be comfortable with keeping your webcam switched on all night if your employer told you to? We are quite confident that that's a no. According to a report by the Bureau of Investigative Journalism, a former Colombian moderator for TikTok was forced to keep her webcam on all night long. No, we're not making that up. This happened, and honestly, the details of it are blatantly terrifying. Tune in till the end to know everything there is. Let's begin. During her night shift, Carolina, a former TikTok moderator who worked remotely for Teleperformance, a Paris-based company that provides moderation services, said she had to keep her camera on constantly, according to TBIJ. That's right, Carolina was paid $10 per day to do so. The business further instructed her to only have a drink in a clear cup on her desk and to avoid having anyone in the camera's field of view. 9 moderators were interviewed by TBIJ. They volunteered their experiences, but asked that their identities be kept a secret out of concern that they may lose their jobs or jeopardize their chances of finding future work. Thus, all the names for such reasons are concealed in the video. Moving forward, a spokesman for TikTok stated in a statement to Insider, "We make an effort to foster a supportive work environment for all of our employees and subcontractors. Our trust and safety team collaborates with outside companies on the crucial task of assisting and safeguarding the TikTok platform and community, and we continue to grow our selection of wellness services to give moderators a sense of mental and emotional support." However, this is where it gets interesting. Carolina, on the other hand, who lived with her family, described the situation as awful. "I therefore felt awful for asking them not to pass in front of the camera since I would lose my job. With everyone watching what we do, Teleperformance is extremely paranoid," she expressed. Additionally, Carlos, a different former TikTok moderator, revealed to TBIJ that he had been affected by a video of child sexual abuse. A young girl about 5 or 6 years old was seen dancing and pointing her back at the camera because it was so close, according to Carlos. And you know what's the worst part? It doesn't end here. Lewis, 28, spent overnight shifts moderating videos for TikTok. He gave the publication a list of the kind of stuff he frequently encounters, including murder, suicide, pedophilia, pornographic content, accidents, and cannibalism. He remembered seeing a party clip with 2 people carrying what at first glance appeared to be pieces of flesh. They were clutching what looked like human faces with the skin and gristle flayed off of them, and when they turned around, the worst part, according to Lewis, was when the guys started wearing human faces as masks while playing games. For Colombian TikTok censors, watching horrific videos like these is just part of the job description. The Bureau of Investigative Journalism has also been informed about the prevalence of workplace trauma, the lack of proper psychological support, the strict or unreachable performance standards, the punitive salary reductions, and the intensive surveillance. Their attempts to form a union to obtain better circumstances have consistently been rebuffed. Consequently, due to TikTok's explosive rise in Latin America, where it's claimed that there are 100 million users, hundreds of moderators have been hired in Colombia to wage a never-ending war against objectionable content. They're paid as little as 1.2 million pesos per month to work 6 days a week in the day and night shifts, as opposed to roughly 2,000 euros per month for content moderators stationed in the UK. To the Bureau of Investigative Journalism's exhaustive list of accusations, neither TikTok nor Teleperformance has responded. Insider requested feedback from Teleperformance, which employs more than 42,000 people in Colombia, but they did not provide one. Could this mean that they're hiding something on their part? Whereas current moderators told TBIJ they'd used an app called Timekeeper to clock in and out and record any breaks, but they wouldn't say whether they had to work with their cameras on or not. The recommendation system used by TikTok is widely regarded as one of the most successful uses of artificial intelligence in the world. It learns what a specific user finds amusing or appealing, and then delivers them more likely to please stuff with an almost terrifying degree of accuracy. However, TikTok's knowledge of AI is limited. In addition to AI, the company employs human workers to assist maintenance of its platform to ensure that it's free of hazardous information. Additionally, when TikTok and other platforms' content moderators flag a piece of content for deletion, they do more than simply take it down. Additionally, information is gathered on the particular rules it disobeys, information that will be used to train the platform's machine learning systems to recognize this type of content more accurately in the future. Does this ultimately mean that for TikTok, human labor is cheaper than AI? Which is why they continue to exploit innocent individuals because they need a job to survive. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, TikTok makes sure to prove us otherwise. According to former contractors, a major portion of an unprotected cache of images of minors being sexually exploited has been made available to third-party TikTok content censors as a reference guide. You heard that right. Nasser, who moderates material for the social media behemoth on behalf of a third-party company called Teleperformance, had been given a specific task: teaching TikTok's AI to recognize the worst of the worst content posted on the app. After only a few days of training, he and his coworkers were exposed to explicit pictures and videos of young children engaging in sexual acts, content that TikTok has since taken down. According to Nasser, "I have a daughter, and I don't think it's right. Just a bunch of strangers watching this. I don't think they should use something like that for training." Not to forget, Whitney Turner, who spent almost a year working in El Paso for Teleperformance's TikTok program before leaving in 2021, also recounted being exposed to sexually exploitative images of children during her training. Whitney was given access to a shared spreadsheet that, according to her and other former workers, is packed with content that has been found to violate TikTok's community guidelines, including hundreds of pictures of minors who are either exposed or have been subjected to abuse. The DRR, or Daily Required Reading, was reportedly widely available to staff at Teleperformance and TikTok as late as last summer, according to former moderators. Numerous moderators across both firms had free access to the document, according to sources. However, some moderators who worked in unrelated roles were prohibited from accessing it. The DRR and other training materials were kept in LARP, a piece of internal office software created by ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok with its headquarters in China. Whitney reported the incident to the FBI and later spoke with an investigator in June because she was so horrified by the careless handling of the material. However, multiple inquiries on the FBI's intentions to look into the situation were not answered. In its fight to remove content containing child sexual abuse, TikTok is far from alone. The most influential social media platforms on the planet have long employed machine learning and outside human reviews to identify and remove such content before it's widely disseminated. Likewise, many businesses collaborate with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, to notify law enforcement of any questionable imagery in their apps. What sets TikTok and its outside consultants apart, though, is the manner they're treating this information. According to experts, this method is at best ham-fisted and careless, and at worst damaging and re-traumatizing. They contend that displaying children in sexually explicit photographs, whether or not they're filtered, just serves to further victimize children. Furthermore, it is careless and unnecessary to store the photographs in a freely available document. Additionally, Jamie Favaza, a spokesman for TikTok, stated that the company's training materials have stringent access controls and do not feature graphic examples of CSAM, but she did admit that it collaborates with companies that might have their procedures. When asked how many staff have access to the DRR and where it is hosted, TikTok refuses to provide information. ByteDance, the parent firm of TikTok and the provider of the LARC platform, has ignored repeated demands for comment as well. While the horrifying reality of TikTok goes on and on, we're afraid that our time for today's video is up. However, feel free to give your thoughts about today's video in the comments below. If you wish to hear more from us, we would love that. All you have to do is hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we'll see you soon.